Hi there, Luke here with another video. For those of you unfamiliar with our channel, my husband Tyler and I make weekly travel videos where we document our experiences since moving from North America to the UK. If you watched our last video, you'll know that we had just started a trip to Spain and that we had just wrapped up our time in Barcelona. In this video, I'm going to take you guys away from Barcelona, but still in Catalonia, because I want to show you this particular region of Spain and how there is so much more to Catalonia than just Barcelona. Let's start off with some day trips outside of Barcelona that are in Catalonia and are very much worth visiting. The first one I want to mention is Montserrat. In particular, this is a popular day trip attraction from Barcelona because of Montserrat Monastery. In order to get here, we did a combination of metro and regional train ride to get to the station of Monistrol de Montserrat. There are different ways to get from here to the monastery, but we personally chose to actually do a hike. It's a particular trail that you can do that took about 1.5 to 2 hours. It can really depend on how many breaks you take and how difficult you find it. In our particular case, we found that we were adjusting to the heat of Spain after visiting Scotland for such a long time, but it was still a really enjoyable hike. We just took lots of breaks, had a picnic lunch on this trail, and just enjoyed some of the views that you can get as you get higher and higher towards the monastery. We finished the remainder of the hike and made our way to the monastery. The grounds here are absolutely beautiful inside and out, and it was a real joy to just kind of walk around and immerse yourself in this beautiful monastery and abbey, totally surrounded by these scenic mountains and scenic views looking out as well. I would say the main draw of the inside of the monastery is what is called the Black Madonna statue, which is this really gorgeous work of art, and it's just a really nice experience. It was actually a pretty unique and eerie experience getting to see something like that I know is so popular in normal times, but was empty for us. Really special. Another day trip option that is technically outside of Barcelona, but is a totally easy and doable day trip from Barcelona is what is called Sitges. This is particularly popular in the gay scene because it has a bit of a reputation for being a great place to party, especially in the LGBTQ scene. But I'll say that that's not the only attraction to it. We actually would love to come back, and you don't have to be LGBT to enjoy this particular area. In Sitges, we had a bit of a lazy day at the beach, and that was really nice. And it involved a bit of a hike to get there, but it was worth it for the privacy and tranquility of being far away from other people and just enjoying the beautiful sunshine, the beautiful sand, and was a nice way to spend the day and relax. As the day started to progress from afternoon to early evening, we headed into the town of Sitges itself, which is definitely worth visiting if you have the opportunity. We enjoyed walking along the beachfront and through the old town. The sun was beginning to set, so the yellow and orange hues over the city made it look so beautiful. We happened to be visiting Sitges and Barcelona as well during a Catalonian holiday called Dia de Sant Joan, which is a very lively and popular holiday in this region, which is marked by all-day and all-night parties and fireworks. Be sure to see if you can find an Airbnb or hotel that has good soundproof windows. If you do not, you may not get a good night's sleep because, I mean it, they party all night for this holiday. So do keep that in mind if you value your sleep and if you don't want to hear loud fireworks and cheering all night long. So continuing on with our beautiful Catalonian destinations, we are going to start to go a bit farther out from Barcelona. These are places that I feel you can't really do as day trips, may be doable if you have a car, but if you're doing public transport, you really can't do it as a day trip, and you're going to need to stay at least one night. The first one I want to highlight is the town of Cadaqués. In order to get to Cadaqués, we took a train from Barcelona to Figueres, and then the following morning, we took an early bus from Figueres to the seaside town of Cadaqués. The bus ride was very scenic, especially once we got up into the mountains. Once we arrived in Cadaqués, we walked briefly through the town center to the nearby area of Port Lligat. The main attraction here in Cadaqués was a visit to the Salvador Dalí House Museum, where Dalí lived and worked from 1930 to 1982. We did a nice little walking tour of the house with a guide, so that was a fun way to learn about the significance of the different works of art and different ideas and events in Dalí's life during the time that he lived in this house. As we were waiting to enter the house, we happened to notice that there was a boat tour company that was waiting just outside of the house. And when we finished walking around, we decided to take a boat ride with them. The boat tour operator here offers scenic boat rides of the beautiful Cap de Creus peninsula. The boat cruised along the peninsula with views of the water and cliffs. On this boat ride, we also got close to some of the cliffs, so that was a really fun experience as well. After the boat trip, we headed back to Cadaqués, and we found a beach with an open spot and decided to stay there and relax a bit with some swimming. The following day, we headed back to Figueres and we enjoyed exploring this town itself a bit more. One of the main draws of Figueres is the Dalí Museum. The surrealist art was very interesting and evocative, and I quickly learned why Dalí is such an influential artist in not just Catalonian history, but Spanish history. Each piece of art was really telling a story or making a statement, and we really learned a lot about him, including that not only did he make paintings and lots of different types of surrealist art, but he even did other forms like jewelry. So that was kind of fun and interesting to see as well. It was a really well organized and really worthwhile museum to visit. So if you get the chance, do not miss this place. It really had me leaving with a much deeper appreciation of who Dalí was as an artist. All right, everyone, that is it for this video. I hope that you learned some of the worthwhile places to visit in Catalonia, and I hope that this has whet your appetite for more of Spain, because we have a lot more coming for you. If you liked this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up and comment and subscribe, because that really helps us keep this channel growing and continuing. The next video is a great place to go if you're visiting this region of Spain, but is actually technically a different country. It is the micronation of Andorra. And if you haven't heard of or know much about this country, then definitely check this video out, because I'm gonna show you some of the worthwhile things that you can do in this small but beautiful country. See you at the next one. Bye.